Okay, welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going to unpack something new that just popped onto the radar. This game, Blood Message.
Yeah, Blood Message. Quite a title.
It is. We've been looking at a YouTube trailer transcript, an article from Eurogamer too, and there's definitely stuff to talk about here.
hmm And it's interesting, like you hinted, not just because it's a new game announcement. It's more about what it might, represent for the wider gaming world.
Exactly. So that's kind of the mission today, right? Let's try and pull out the key bits about Blood Message and figure out, well, what it tells us about where the industry might be heading.
Precisely. See where it fits in this rapidly evolving picture.
All right, so first things first, the basics. It's from NetEase Games,
Right.
developed by 24 Entertainment. Now, they're the studio behind Naraka, Bladepoint, the melee battle royale.
Correct. Which makes this Blood Message project, well, quite a shift.
A really big shift, isn't it? I mean, moving from primarily multiplayer, what are the challenges or opportunities you see there?
Well, it's huge. NetEase is very specifically calling this their first completely single-player focused experience.
Hmm.
Think about that. A company known for online games for, what, 20 years?
Yeah.
Now they're committing to an epic and cinematic single-player game. That's not just dipping a toe in. It's a major strategic move.
Signals a lot of confidence, maybe? Or a need to diversify?
Probably both.
Yeah.
Confidence they can compete in that AAA narrative space. And, yeah, maybe seeing an opportunity to capture players looking for those big story-driven games. It's a different market than live service, for sure.
And speaking of epic, the setting sounds pretty grand. Dunhuang's Uprising,
Mm-hmm.
your characters on a 1,000-mile trek with a crucial message. The trailer bits we saw, even translated, they talk about the Great Tang. Spilled blood feels very dramatic, very historical.
It really does. There's a sense of weight, of destiny almost, delivering something vital before a city falls.
So how does that huge narrative scope, connect with the actual moment-to-moment gameplay? What do we know?
Right, good question. The press release talks about visceral, realistic combat,
Mm.
and it specifically mentions blending stealth and survival mechanics.
Okay, stealth and survival.
Yeah, so if you link that back to the narrative, this lone figure on a massive, dangerous journey, it points towards something maybe slower paced, more deliberate than Naraka,
Yeah.
more grounded.
Less over-the-top action, more gritty journey.
Exactly. They mention expansive landscapes inspired by the diverse terrains of East and Central Asia.
Mm.
It sounds cinematic, but in a more grounded way. The comparison people might make to say, The Last of Us isn't about the enemies, obviously, but that focus on character survival, that linear, high-stakes trek.
Interesting. And like you said earlier, it's not just this one game. Eurogamer points this out clearly. Blood Message seems to be part of this growing wave of big-budget action titles coming out of China.
Absolutely. Following Black Myth, Wukong's huge impact.
Yeah, they list others too. Phantom Blade Zero Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers, Lost Soul aside, it really feels like, well, like a moment.
It does feel significant.
So why now? Why this surge? And what's the implication for, for us as players?
That's the crucial question, isn't it? For you, the player, this is fascinating.
Right.
Because these aren't just more AAA games. They're potentially bringing very different cultural viewpoints, artistic styles, historical settings, things that frankly have been pretty underrepresented in the big budget space dominated by Western studios.
Like the Dunhuang's Uprising setting you mentioned.
Exactly. It's a window into a history many players might know little about. It means fresh stories, different perspectives, not just the usual fantasy or sci-fi tropes we see so often.
So more choice, more variety.
Definitely more choice, more diversity in the kinds of stories being told at that high production level. It's kind of pushing the boundaries of what a AAA game can be and where it can come from. It's like globalizing the AAA scene a bit more.
Okay, so wrapping this up, Blood Message feels like more than just another title announcement. It seems like evidence of this growing creative energy, mixing history, modern gameplay, promising this really cinematic single-player journey.
It definitely does. It's a symbol, perhaps, of this broader wave. And as we see more of these ambitious games emerging from, different parts of the world, it really makes you think, doesn't it? How might these new voices, these new stories, change what we even expect from AAA gaming? What kind of new experiences, new histories are waiting for us just over the horizon? What do you think this shift will really mean for gaming's future?